seen you in the nickel all spring. We know who was in the nickel last year and the last couple years, and we know he'll get his name called in just a couple of weeks. Any pressure kind of filling those boots of AJ, and how are you handling being the starting nickel here on this defense?
I feel like there's no pressure because, like I said, I played some snaps last year behind him. Coming in as a young guy, he really like groomed me, taught me everything. Pretty much him and Damani, those two guys, pretty much taught me everything I know system-wise. So I feel like it's no pressure. It's just go out there and play ball.
We'll go front row on the right side to Brent and then Cole.
Coach said you always, the longer you play football, the bigger smile you have on your face. Where did that come from? Where does that come from, that love for the game?
Like you said, really just my love for the game. I just love being on the field with the guys. I love competing. I love performing. I just love football. Like, I just love being on the field.
We'll stay front row on the right side to Cole.
Bryce, what was the biggest lesson or maybe learning point that you ever was taught by AJ last year?
Slow the game down and be you. Like I got out there, I was a little like panicking, nervous. He could have seen like wide-eyed. Wasn't scared, but like wide-eyed a little bit. He was like, just slow the game down. It's football. Like just be you, go out there and play. And ever since then, that's been my mindset going into every game.
And then you've got to go up against them in practice for the last 15 days. Where have you seen both Max and Connor improve as passers?
Whew, man. Those guys been working on their game a whole lot. Those guys come in, day out, compete every day. Like Five was saying, the swagger they bring to the game. Like going into practice, we be having like competition. I be like, Max, I'm gonna pick you off today, $20. He be like, but throw a touchdown on you today, that's $20. They be like that type of competition going on in practice.
We'll go back behind the lights on the right side to Ben.
Okay.
Bryce, what was the adjustment like for you just becoming acclimated on the defensive end last year and just that whole process?
Not being scared of the moment, going out there playing fast and just being physical. That's what I was saying.
Did it help at all, playing quarterback in high school? It seems like you are able to just fly around the field kind of, not recklessly, but fearlessly kind of go make those plays. Do you feel, has that helped at all in terms of your ability to control that aggression?
Most definitely. Like I said, when I say like slow the game down, that's what I'm basically meaning. Like route concepts, I'm knowing route concepts, being on the defensive side. Playing offense, I know like if I get an out, it's a vertical coming. If I get a hit from the outside, it's a corner coming. So like really just being like the mindset, slowing the game down, knowing route concepts, they helped me a lot from being on the offensive side of the ball.
We'll stay toward the back on the right side.
Bryce, since you're the first 2022 grad that we'll be able to talk to, obviously #1 class, but some guys have left. But why is this still a class with you, Evan, Walter, and some other guys that could still bring a championship here to College Station?
Because I feel like this team is like committed. Like this year, like the young guys, like last year, some of the young guys were kind of like loose in the head. They weren't really focused. But I feel like this year we come in, everybody's ready to practice. Everybody wants to practice. Like it's a whole different mindset this year.
We'll go front row on the right side to Brent.
Bryce, what was it that brought you to A&M from Beaumont, last year or a couple of years ago when you made the decision to attend A&M?
Number one, the culture. Number two, the coaching staff. Y'all know, as Coach T-Rob he was at LSU before coming to Texas A&M, and that was one of my guys. Having the relationship that I had with Coach Elko before he left, and Coach Russian, the bond that I had with the team, and I want to win. So I'm coming here to win. I'm coming here to win the national championship. So y'all coming to change things.
We'll stay front row on the right side to Cole.
Bryce, not to continue to bring up last year, but when you look back, do you feel like that was part of the youthful approach with how many young players were a part of this team, maybe factored into a couple of those situational moments that could have swung either way?
Most definitely. Like Fava said again, like it's no experience like college experience. Like it's no experience like being on the field in front of 100,000+. So being young, being out there, and still playing at a high level has helped us a lot. Like now I'm going into like sophomore year, I'm able to teach some of the younger guys, like AJ was telling me, like slow the game down, learn the playbook, helping those guys. So yeah, most definitely.
And then when you look at both the defense now with a full year underneath Coach Durkin, but also offensively, I think it's 10 starters coming back. The expectations certainly risen for everyone in the locker room.
Most definitely. And everybody has been reaching those expectations, I would say, from quarterback rooms, receiver room, O-line room. You seen those guys were short today, those guys playing both teams, like not complaining. So yeah, I feel like those guys are definitely meeting those expectations.
We'll go third row on the left side to Carter.
Bryce, just why do you think the nickel position fits you so well?
I'm able to just play. I'm able to play freely. I'm able to like show my range, show that I can cover man to man, go on blitzes that Coach Durkin's been using me on, in and outs, playing zone coverages, and like I can, and still like this year he's still been using me in the nickel, some at strong, some at free. So like being interchangeable.
And then BGA got a promotion to secondary coach. Just what has he kind of brought to that group, and how nice was it to see that?
It was very nice. He brought a lot of energy because he was recruiting a lot of those guys that he's coaching now. So he has like a very like personal relationship with those guys, and he brings a lot of energy day in and day out.
All right, it looks like that's it. Thank you, Bryce.
Most definitely. Thank y'all.